How's it going, guys? Cody guys back again, dropping yet another video. Right guys, you can see from the title of this video, this vlog is going to be a news story about the spice epidemic within prisons. The headline reads, Spice Epidemic, Prison Chief warns zombie drug spice is rife in jails in the UK and it's beyond the crisis point. Now obviously spice used to be illegal, used to be known as a legal high. It was banned a few years ago, and it's been reclassified, and they're now known as new psychoactive substances, but they are illegal. But just because something's illegal, guys, doesn't mean it disappears. Just means it gets pushed underground, the price goes up. It's big business within prisons. I've seen various problems with the drug in prisons and stuff. But the story reads, guys, calls for a government-led inquiry into the scale of the problem as NHS report revealed nurses were withdrawn from helping inmates on a prison wing awash with the drug. The spice epidemic in UK jails is now beyond crisis point and needs a government-led inquiry into the scale of the problem, the prison's officers chief has warned. Right. The call for action comes after an NHS report revealed nurses at one prison were stopped from working with inmates over fears of being exposed to toxic fumes from the zombie drug. Spice is a synthetic cannabis made up of a range of amphetamines and other laboratory-created chemicals that can cause vomiting, seizures, hallucinations, and severe psychotic episodes. Steve Gillen, General Secretary of the Prison Officers Association, called on the government to act before a prison staffer dies. The epidemic of spice in our jails is beyond crisis point, he told the Mirror Online on Sunday. I am calling on the Secretary of State to order an immediate inquiry. Now, the Prison Officers Association, guys, what you need to remember, these people, right, they're not asked about prisoners, right? They're just asked about themselves, right? And they lobbied for the smoking ban, right? Which I've seen people trying to smoke spice raw. People then, some people try to smoke it raw, they'll be told, right, try and smoke it, smoke as much as you can. Try to, I don't care if it's got no tobacco, still try and soak it and smoke it. Smoking spice raw, guys, is going to lead to deaths. The other ways that people do it, they make a bong out of a plastic bottle and they smoke it that way or through a can, right? So that's that, guys, right? So the Prison Officers Association, they threaten banned industrial action if they don't get what they want, guys, right? So they anger me, guys. These people are the enemy, right? There's a lot of decent screws and stuff like that, a lot of decent screws out there, but the Prison Officers Association don't give a shit about prisoners. They want to come down hard on prisoners. The smoking ban caused numerous problems, right? There's been an increase in violence and stuff. They've used that increase in violence that the POA lobbied for the smoking ban, and they've now used the increase in violence to say, right, we want weapons, we want tasers, we want tactical use of tasers, we want police extendable batons, we want powder spray, which is currently being piloted in 4 prisons, guys. It's crazy, right? So the health and safety executive should also be involved. People who work in prisons every day are at risk because of this dangerous drug. Well, what's not being mentioned there is your fucking officers are bringing the drug in as well. So that's one course of avenue. There's different avenues that drugs get into prison. Do prison officers bring in drugs? You bet your fucking bottom dollar they do. Right? So, but no mention of that here, guys, like I say. Staff were withdrawn from the County Durham prison, HMP Holme House, where inmates smoking spliffs caused 376 medical emergencies in the last year. Now, if you can think about the cauldron that is prisons, guys, the explosive, you've got these angry, frustrated prisoners, some with mental health problems, some without. You've got contraband, where you've got contraband, you've got debt, where you've got debt, you've got bullying, intimidation, fear and violence, right? Now, take all that away, you've got fucking 376 medical emergencies down to spice alone in the last year. That's crazy, guys. One prison officer recalled feeling a burning sensation in his head, which felt like it was covered in nits. Probably fucking was. You're probably a scruffy bastard, mate. Right? Go and get some head and shoulders on your fucking on your head. After being so he felt like he was covered in nits after being exposed to the drug last summer. Liz Taylor, head of offender health at Tees, Esk and Weir Valley NHS Trust, told the Sunday People there had been some difficulties at the prison with people affected by spice, and she had warned that it needed sorting out. David Brown, Chief Operating Officer at the Trust, confirmed to the newspaper he'd been forced to restrict the duties of staff by withdrawing from a particular wing whilst the prison managed the situation. Let's go on. Responding to the report, a prison service spokesman said more staff, new body scanners, extra sniffer dogs and dedicated drug search teams have been introduced at Holme House, which have already seen a drop in the levels of drugs. Organic chemist John Huffman accidentally created the drug back in 2006 when searching for a new way of developing anti-inflammatory medication. But guys, when it comes to any time there's this sort of story, they come out with a stiff, we're hiring more staff, new body scanners, right? They are introducing body scanners, but prisoners are very, very ingenious at getting drugs into prison. It's coming in every which way, guys. You've got drones, you've got fucking people bringing it in on visits, you've got prison officers bringing it on visits. It's getting in every which way. You've got spice paper, which the paper's soaked in spice, and then they get into the prison, and then you can actually break it up and smoke the paper, right? And you still get the effects of the synthetic cannabis spice. Yeah, and it goes on that way, guys. But like I say, spice is a big problem in prison and stuff, right? There was a guy that died in the last prison that I was in, Forest Bank. God bless Darren Rawlinson, may he rest in peace. There was another lad at my prison, Jordan Hyam, smoked spice for the first time. According to a media report, he died. He was brought back to life, and then he's now, I think he's now mentally handicapped and stuff. He's literally, he's disabled mentally because of the smoking the spice. First time in prison for the kid, never taken drugs before, and then because people take drugs in prison, guys, for many different reasons, guys. Some people take it as a coping mechanism to escape the reality of the surroundings. Some people, sad to say, but are bullied into it. Some people are peer pressured into it. Some people went into prison addicts. Some people take it to, like I say, escape the reality of prison and stuff like that. Some people get spiked. They walk over to someone, oh, do you want some of this fucking burn, mate? Some of this fucking fag. Yeah, mate, yeah. That's it, man. Spice is a super addictive drug. I was friends with a lad called, well, I won't name him, former heroin addict that I became friends with in prison, top lad. Used to kick my ass at pool a lot. I said, how come you're on the spice? And he said, oh, I should fucking hell. He said, I'm trying to wean myself off the heroin. By weaning himself off the heroin, he became addicted to spice. And what does that say for the addictive nature of spice? That he kicked a heroin habit for the spice. It's a sad state of affairs, guys. It's cost lives within prison. It's seen a surge in violence within prisons because obviously, like I've alluded to, where you've got drugs or new psychoactive substances like spice, you've got debt. Where you've got debt, you've got bullying, intimidation, fear and violence. If you borrow something in prison, you've got to give double back, so it's called double bubble or double trouble. Because some people, they haven't got the money coming in, they're not working, so they take the drug on tick because their body tells them, I need the drug, I need the drug. So the drug user will say to the drug dealer, even though he knows he's not going to be able to afford it, he'll say, yeah, give it on me on tick, give it on me on lay, give it on me on lay. Gets it on lay, when are you going to pay? And he keeps putting the date back because he knows he's not going to be able to pay. Eventually that prisoner gets pissed off, fills in with himself, or if he's in a position of trust like a cleaner or working within the prison, he'll just pay someone a £5 ball of spice or a £10 ball of spice or a spliff, a one pop, which is a spliff's worth of spice, to go in and fill that prisoner in. And it goes on that way, guys. It's not necessarily right, but it's the prison way, and that's how it goes. Right, on that note, guys, I'm going to leave this video here. Another shorter video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Speak to you all soon. Bye.